we celebrate the Achdus of Klal Yisrael in two different ways. We celebrate it, or we commemorate it, or we actualize it. One is the Sukkah. As Chazal tell us, the Gemara says, "Ru'in Kol Yisrael leisha v'Sukkah achas." We know that there's a how big can a sukkah be? So height-wise, a sukkah can't be higher than 20 amas. Can't be higher than. But what's the max for how big a sukkah can be? And there is no max. Why? Because Ru'in Kol Yisrael.
Just a minute.
Technically, you can have, because it says what's the lashon of the pasuk? What? Kol ejach Yisrael, you're right. Kol ejach be Yisrael Yisrael. But sukkah, so therefore, a sukkah, you can have a whole Klal Yisrael sitting in one sukkah, and it's fine, it's kosher. And also, practically speaking, if you talk about the three Yom Tovim, the three miracles that happened in the Midbar, was food, drink, and shelter. Food and drink, everyone experiences individually. Even if we're all sitting around the table and eating, but you're eating your food that you're eating, and you're absorbing that food, and you're drinking and I'm drinking. It's an individual exercise. Shelter, we're all sitting in the room together, and that's achdus. That's something which we all share in common. And by the way, that's why the Nani HaKavod, we're in the Sukkos of Aaron HaKohen, who his whole idea was Oiv Shalom, Reidav Shalom, and bringing Eden together. So one expression of our achdus is the sukkah. We all come together, we leave our houses, and we join this the shelter, the holy shelter of the sukkah. That's one expression of our achdus. And the second expression of our achdus on sukkahs is the taking of the lulav and esrog, because we're all familiar with the medrash that the lulav and the esrog represent four different types of yidden: those who learn more, those who do more mitzvahs, those who do both, those who are weak in both. And we put them all together. V'ya'asu kulam aguda achas. All Yidden come together, and we serve the Eibishter ba'achdus. We're all together. Why the need for two expressions? Either have the sukkah or the lulav and esrog. Obviously, there's a significance in each one of them. And which one comes first, the sukkah or the lulav and esrog? The sukkah. We sit in the sukkah by night, and the next day, and we take the lulav and esrog. I don't know if definitely this is minhag Chabad. The Alter Rebbe talks about it in the Siddur. We take the lulav and esrog in the sukkah. Is that also mitzvah mina mufchar, to take it in the sukkah? So there's a connection between the two. So Chassidus explains there are two types of achdus. There are two types of unity. One type of unity is where everyone loses their identity. Meaning to say, I'm sure you all heard the expression, there's more that unites us than what divides us. So therefore we can be sitting together in a room, and there's one person who's a yeshivish, one is a chassidish, one is a modern Orthodox, and one is b'chal not yet a shemer Torah mitzvah. So whatever, we can have all Yidden sitting together in one room, and that's just in terms of observance, but also I'm talking about in terms of identity. And one person has this kind of nature, and another person has this kind of temperament, and another kind of, right? All people. But be'etzem, as Yidden, what we're challenged to do is to say that's all externalities. If we look at the core of who we are, we're all Yidden. What?
We're all Jews.
We're all Yidden, we're all one, right? So that kind of a unity, which works, by the way, it's a beautiful unity, and that's a unity where we lose our identity. In other words, my unity is not because of my identity. When I say identity, I mean my external identity. But it's despite the fact that I might be different from you in this way, I can still unite with you all because I'm going to look a little deeper, and in a deeper place, we're all one. And that is the unity that's achieved by the sukkah. And that's the first unity. The direct consequence of Rosh Hashanah Yom Kippur is we're all Yidden. We all last night we all stood in the shul, and regardless of what we do during the rest of the year, we all scream together Shema Yisrael, the same Shema Yisrael. That Shema Yisrael unites us all as Yidden. And that's why in the sukkah there is no distinction. Everyone sits together. The lulav and esrog, suddenly we start finding distinctions. We don't say just we're all Yidden. No. This is a hadas. This Yid is a hadas, and this Yid is an arava. This Yid is a lulav, and this is an esrog. And here, we're uniting with each other not despite our identity, but with our identity also. And that is a deeper, and that's a deeper level, and that's why we're doing this in the lulav, in the sukkah. We take the lulav, and what we're doing is We're drawing it in. We're drawing in the unity, the larger unity of the Sukkah, the Lulav and Esther. We're drawing it in also into our identities. Meaning, when I look at you or you, I shouldn't say, well, who you are doesn't make a difference. I'm identifying with you only because you're a Yid. No. The point, the ultimate goal of Achdus isn't only that despite who we are, but because of who we are. Not only because of our essence, but if we can get to, if our unity, once we have that unity at the essence of who we are, then we can also learn to appreciate each other for who we are in daily life also, in practical life. So I can't look at you and say, you're this, you're that, but I'll appreciate you despite that. The ultimate Achdus is when I can appreciate another Yid not only despite who he is, but with what he is and because what he is, and I accept the person for what he is, realizing that everyone is different, but those differences also are important, because with all the differences and all the different ways, all together we come together and serve Hashem and fulfill our mission over here in this world in creating a place, a dira Allah Yisbarach, a place for Hashem here in this world.